welcome to Your Royal Mess, the podcast where chaos, mistakes, and failures are celebrated. This is your host, Christina. On today's episode, we're visiting and unraveling the story of Layra, a recovering people pleaser. She's going to share her 10 years of a journey where she is learning how to not ask for permission, not wait until people tell her what to do, not wait for their approval, but voice herself, find confidence, find trust within herself to be able to put herself first. Layra is an enthusiast for self-love, self-confidence, and self-empowerment, and she does this work through Boudoir Photography, where she takes you to this journey of self-acceptance. Welcome to this episode. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. I'm here to hold space for you to talk about your mistake and learn from them. So let's get right into it. You mentioned earlier that you are in this process of shifting.
I am. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I love talking to you. So this is going to be a dope AF podcast. I'm excited. I've been going through this shift so I've been I've labeled myself in the past as a people pleaser or someone who makes sure everybody else is good before I make a decision for me. To the point where, like, at the end, there's not enough energy left for me to do anything for myself because it never ends. There's always someone in need of something that I believe is in need, and I'm the one to rescue them and fix it.
We're saying that you put yourself last to the point that when it comes to your turn, you don't have any more energy.
I don't have any more energy I didn't have any more energy for me. I felt like, what's the point? Let me just keep doing that and find fulfillment through helping others. To my own detriment, and not understanding that if I'm not putting my mask on first or fueling or nourishing myself, that I was going to be depleted and just be an angry, frustrated, and resentful human being. And nobody wants to live life that way, especially since I didn't come to this planet to do that. It's always beautiful to be there for others and to be support and be in community, but and you get to do that also by being there for you. You get to go first. So I've been going through this shift of boundary settings with myself. Started with me. Like, there are things that I tell myself, no, you can't do that. No, you won't do this. And that's allowing me to create space for me to just do what I need, which is funny because I've never done that before. So, yeah.
What was the moment when you realize, oh my gosh, I need to put the mask first on me?
I was dealing with a situation that was just driving me crazy for a very long time.
Okay.
And I tried all the ways to put in the other person first, always put in the other person first. And I, at one point, felt like nobody was putting me first at all. I don't know. It sounds vague, but there's no specific. It was just like a moment where, like, I finally saw a situation and it was like, oh, it's like that. So I'm here doing XYZ. And it's not something I told the person. It was more like a realization for me. And I cried. I'm like, I can't believe I am doing this to myself. I'm expecting someone else to fulfill this emptiness that I'm feeling when I'm the one that gets to do it. I don't know. I just felt like so disempowered. I felt really like powerless. Like I'm allowing someone, I'm giving decision making about me to someone else so I could feel good. Yeah. And I cried. I don't know why I just started crying. It was like, no sé explicar. I don't know how to explain it. It was like this feeling of like, why am I doing this? And I feel like I was yelling at me for being so naive. I called myself all kinds of names, naive, dumb. You're so silly, putting other people first. I went through the whole, like, this is what happens when you do that for other people and nobody cares. But it was really quick because the next step was, this is what happens when you don't put yourself first. You choose the wrong experiences and you choose to give your power away so that somebody else can do it when it's your responsibility to do it. It was a very loving moment in the crying, but it was also very stern, very like, it's like if I'm the eldest in my of my three siblings. Of my two siblings, I'm the third. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. It's three of us, and I'm the eldest. I don't have an older sister or older brother, right?
Yeah.
Even though my brother, he swears he's my older brother. That's how he acts around everybody, and I love that. But I felt like I had an older sister holding me, holding my hand, telling me, this is why. This is why this is happening. You need to take your power back. Why are you giving it away? Why are you expecting someone else to make you feel better when you are the one that needs to be feeling better? You choose the people around you. You choose the experiences. You're choosing this. That was a big word, choosing.
That's beautiful. I think I had that realization, that moment a few times in my life, and it comes so powerful because you find determination. You're collapsing here because you're realizing, oh my gosh, this is what I've been doing. This is the product of everything I created. But then you find a stronger you saying, yeah, but you're going to learn from this and we're going to move forward. And that's the bigger sister that you found. The determination in you that held
Mm-hmm.
you as a big sister and said, okay, let's go now. What are we going to do about this?
That that part right there, and some it was liberating to go through that, and it wasn't like that night. It was late at night too, and it wasn't like that's the day I woke up and everything was dandy. it was
No.
more it was more like, I realized that I deserve better. And it's funny, I'm doing this with you, and a friend of mine sent me. She created an oracle uh, card
Cards?
collection.
Yeah.
And this is a photo, and for people who are hearing me and not seeing, I'm showing Christina a photo of me. This is my photo that she took and turned into a work of art. So I have a photo. That's my 40th birthday. I was doing this at the beach. She's like, Layra, can I use that for my oracle card? And it's funny, it's not funny. I think the universe makes no mistakes. On top of the thing, it says my worth is a decision, not a vote.
Mm-hmm. Is that
And
when you let that big sister, that determined big sister, rise and get out of you?
yes. So I was letting someone else vote and decide for me I needed to understand my worth by accepting other people's ways of being. That's how you move in the world. And it's not. That means that you're also doing the same shit I am. Sorry, can you curse in your podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I'm from New York, comes out, try my best. That person's worth conversation is on another level. And I forgot about mine because I
Mm,
wanted to comply and make sure that we're all happy. Make sure that I don't want to seem selfish by choosing me. Because when I choose me, you're not a part of my life anymore. And I've just been battling what that means with everybody around me. And
mhm.
through this shift, I've been cleansing what it looks like. I've
Yeah,
been cleansing. I've
your
been
circle, your
A
circle
circle is getting kind of
changing.
tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like I gotta prove to myself that I'm worthy. I know I am. I gotta show myself what it looks like. I cannot continue this. This is not supporting me anymore. I'm
Mm-hmm.
drained. I'm exhausted. I'm crying all the freaking time. I'm angry. I'm resentful. Why am I feeling all these things still? Like, what is it? I've done so much beautiful work on myself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
all the ways to grow and create the life that I want and choose the things that make me happy. What are
Mm-hmm.
some things that I haven't tapped into, or and it's always going to be something, but how am I addressing the things that are triggering me right now? Am I paying attention to them? Am I
Yeah.
listening? Who's around me? Are they listening to what I'm saying? Are they respecting my wishes? Are they helping me see a different way of doing things and understanding where I'm coming from, as opposed to giving me their 2 cents and that's the only way that it should be, otherwise I'm crazy?
It's almost like you train yourself that you don't have voz y voto. Like you don't have a voice,
Yeah.
you don't have a vote in
No.
your even in on your own things. Like this is my shit. I
Yeah.
should have a say in my shit, but you let everybody run it. That you forgot that you have it.
Mhm.
And when you realize, hey, no, I have a say in this. This is my life. And then people get offended. Like the people
Mhm.
that benefited from you being quiet start rising up and saying, Lyra, like, come on, you
I
were
can't
not
believe you
like
have a
this.
voice. Yeah, you were not. Oh my God, I've been getting
You're
that so much lately.
you're changing so much. Why are you becoming? And then they say, oh my gosh, I can't believe how selfish you are.
Mm. And then you got to go back in and see if you're being so. No, I don't. I was doing that at first. I'm like, no, I'm not being selfish. I am being assertive. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying what I'm feeling. If you
Yeah.
accept me for who I am, this is just a conversation we're having. It doesn't need to trigger you like this. But if
Yeah.
that's how we're gonna go about it, thank you.
Yeah. I'm
This is
not
who I
being
am.
emotional. I'm not being emotional.
No,
I'm being assertive and I'm being firm for what
firm.
is right for me.
You're
But
just not used to it.
yeah, but that's a mistake we as women make. Especially, I think it's a habit that firstborns make because
Hmm.
we need to, we're like the middleman between mom and dad and the
Yes,
siblings.
yes,
And
we
so
are.
we need to mold either to mom and dad and to them, and we forget that we also exist.
In Latino mode, I don't know if this is everybody in the world. In the Latino culture, you also don't have a voice as a kid.
Mhm.
The grown-ups know everything and you don't, and you just do as you're told. And so for a long time, that's how I led my life.
Yeah.
If I think like my mom and my dad, if they don't approve, I'm doing it wrong. I gotta make sure that they're happy. And so everybody else I treat the same. I want to make you happy. I want to make sure you
Yeah.
approve. I'm going to Vegas. Is it okay? Like me asking for permission about trips. Like I will
Yes.
call you to tell you, well, this is this. What are you doing this week? Oh, I'm going to Vegas, and I think I'm buying a ticket to go to Dominican Republic. And I'm saying it not as a way of sharing my plans, but as a way of getting your approval.
Permission.
Permission. Asking
Yeah.
for freaking permission. Are you kidding me? Like, who's paying for the freaking flight? You? No, me. I don't need to explain
Yeah.
myself to you. I could just. I'm gonna be away. I'm going out of town, and some of the stuff. And that's an example. But some of the stuff in the past couple of weeks have been something like that. Like, oh, like donating clothes. Why do you have any clothes? Why are you donating clothes? Like that makes no sense. Are you in my closet? Like I don't understand how you get offended so quickly. No, it's the way you're acting. Like I'm supposed to ask you first if I should donate clothes because my closet is kind of empty. Should I do it? You don't know my life. I'm wearing clothes right now. That means that I have it to get. I know how
Yeah.
to. I'm an adult. I know how to adult. You're fine. Don't need. I don't need
Mhm.
rescuing. Is it in my face? Is it written somewhere in my face that I need you to rescue my every decision?
But you
And
train
that's.
everyone to give you permission.
Hmm. Or what I learned today, people are also in their own journey thinking that they also got to get permission. And so when you're doing things where you're not asking, they
Mhm.
need to point that out because you're doing it. That's not how you do it. You're doing it. You're supposed to ask. You're supposed to tell me what you're about to do so that we can all have an opinion about it.
Mm-mm.
That's not how it is, but the culture, at least my culture, right? Like in my
Yeah.
house, if I don't say where I'm going, if they see me getting dressed and are you going out? Where are you going? What are you doing?
Were
Uh,
you gonna tell me?
is it okay if I go outside today? I feel like I gotta ask for permission sometimes. Like, it's
And
that
you've
part.
been doing this for so long, and now you have a shift.
Yes.
You're shifting from it.
Yes.
Why? Why did you decide to make that? What do you want to change?
I want to trust myself.
Hmm.
I you know when you spent all your life doing one thing and then you start unlearning the old narratives that clearly didn't work in your life, but
Hmm.
then you don't have a narrative and you're so
Mm.
used to your old one. So I had this narrative about myself that I needed validation, permission, and things, right? Not that I consciously needed that. It's something that we do because it's a force a habit. And then we're all learning those things because they're not working clearly. I
Hmm.
can feel them in my heart and everywhere that it's not working. But now I'm left without a book. So now I gotta relearn something, right? And that's where I'm at. It's like, okay, so we don't like doing those things. What do we like? And then I
Oh.
ask myself, what is it that you like? What kind of ice cream do you actually like that? What kind of activities do you like? Do you really like drawing, or are you just sketching because your mom liked to sketch? Like, what do you actually? What's your hobby? What do you really like? Where do you want to go when you travel? What artists do you actually like? There's like I love Luis Miguel. I love Luis Miguel. You know,
I do too. I do.
and my
I
my mom is like, oh, that guy, he's this. Like you get everybody's opinion, or like no, or
Yeah,
like if
yeah, yeah.
I like Chayanne. Oh no, well not everybody
Uh,
loves Chayanne. That's a
I
lie.
do.
We
I
all
do.
love Chayanne. It's amazing. But let's say a Bad Bunny. I love Bad Bunny.
No, I
What?
don't.
But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I how dare you not like Benito? Like
Right.
it's that's your decision. I love Bad Bunny until he decided he was the king of pop. He's not. Michael Jackson is, and so our love kind of swindled a little bit. But
Mm.
anyways, it's just those, and I'm just like kind of putting light into everything. But it's those things. Just sitting down with myself and like, do you like tea, or are you just drinking tea because that's what you do, like robotically? I'm a robot. I just repeat what I see.
What you just said just reminded me of this time that I went to a restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
and I have this mentality when we all go to the restaurant and it's a group and people are choosing things. I'm like, okay, she has an appy, she has like the main course, then I should order this to complement their food. But then I went out with a group of friends and they asked, "What do you feel like, Christina?"
Mm.
Because I said, "I don't know what I'm gonna eat." And I usually just choose the same thing all the time because I don't want to waste brain power into choosing and I don't want to upset
Mm.
anyone with what I'm eating or explain why I'm eating this. So I just choose the same thing. So I always get the lettuce wrap. But she's like, "Do you actually feel like lettuce wrap? What do you feel like?" And I was thinking, meat, fish, pasta. What do I feel like? And I realized that for the longest time I haven't eaten something that I feel like. I'm like, my kids need protein. They ate rice yesterday, so today I should make salad or I should make pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my mom doesn't like noodles. She likes seafood, so I should order some seafood so her and I can share like something like that constantly where I'm not thinking about what do I feel like? But what does everyone feel like? And that was an aha moment thinking, shit, I need to eat what I want to eat. Like, how come I forget about my own food because I'm feeding someone else? And
That's
then is
big.
when you realize, like, oh my God, I'm leaving. Like, I've been nurturing my own body with someone else's taste, with what somebody else feels like. And you're like, what? Then you think, what do I like? Like, do I actually not like pasta? Am I eating this because I actually feel like it, or is it because
Somebody
everybody
else
else,
like them.
somebody want somebody, or I'll be the typical one that says, "Oh, I don't know what to eat. Should I choose A and B?" And I'll say, "Okay, so then you choose A, and I'll choose B, so you can just have both." That was me.
Hey, that's so relatable for me, at least. I feel the same way. We
And then
overthink
you.
everything. We don't. We're that's the part right there that has me in this journey.
So now, what
Indecisive.
do you like? Do you actually you
I
don't
mean,
like
I
A or
actually
B?
do. I like A and B. If I'm gonna order A and B, I'm gonna order A and B. I'm paying for A and B. Why do I need to worry about what you're gonna say about it? Oh, you really love food? Yes, I'm a foodie. You should order A and B too, because I ain't sharing. That's my big one
Mm.
too. I don't share from my plate, and that's always a fight. Or like people making fun of me, like, "Oh no, don't get the papas rellena." And eat it. Like the Layra doesn't share papas rellenas with nobody. And there's this Cuban restaurant that I really like, and I order
Mm.
the papas rellenas, and you better not touch my plate. Order your own freaking papas rellena. Like it only brings two. Um, but yeah, no, I find that I like all the stuff that I like. Clearly, I'm eating it, but the the clarification is that I actually get to choose it because I want to, not because I need to make sure the whole group is. They don't care. They're also going through the same thing you are.
And how's that going for you? How's this the rediscovering of Lyra, relearning what you actually like? How's that going? Because to me, it's confusing as.
It is confusing as hell. Is painful because I feel
Mm-hmm,
like I'm so used to the other way.
mm-hmm,
It was comfortable, quote
mm-hmm.
unquote, and it was something I knew how to do easily without thinking. And now I catch myself being aggressive about sharing my voice, kind of like because I want to make sure that I'm hearing it too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the
No.
beginning of this stage. Not aggressive, like this is, but like I feel like I'm. It's not easy yet, and so I do it like like I'm purposely behaving a certain way so that I can learn it. It's like a brand new thing, and I have to repeat it and repeat it until I get it. Kind of energy. I don't know if I'm explaining myself.
It's almost like you're telling to yourself, giving yourself permission that it's okay, and
Right.
see, am I loud enough?
But like for me,
Yes.
this is what it is because what I'm going through also is that I'm I can see that there could be uh se me olvidó la palabra en inglés. Like a backlash. Like if I say it,
Yeah.
people are gonna react. I'm not allowing for that to even enter the sphere. This
Hmm.
conversation is with. I've been very also like on my own this past couple of weeks, just going through this journey. I haven't been out much. I haven't been around a lot of
Mm.
people because I want to know what it's like to listen to me. I want to give myself that space from other people so that I can hear me. I
You
don't.
should date yourself.
I'm that part. That's I take myself out. So the Artist's Way is a really cool book. I don't know if you've read it.
Mm-mm.
So this book, I'm gonna put it here so you remember when you see this book, The Artist's Way by
Okay.
Julia Cameron.
Okay.
That's how this journey started. Really, about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and I haven't finished the book because it's triggering for me. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a 12-week experience. You go on dates with yourself. She calls it artist dates, and you do journaling every day, 3 pages. It's called the morning pages, and
Mm.
that creates a connection with you within
Mm-hmm.
you that you're allowing yourself to express yourself whatever way you want on those pages,
Mm-hmm.
and then that you take yourself out to do whatever. It could just be to buy pencils because you like stationery, or you buy coloring books and then you come home and you paint, or you take yourself to the museum, whatever your day is, but it's just you. Don't call a friend, put the phone on freaking silent. You're on a date with you. And so I've been doing very intentionally doing those things the past couple of like about a month now, like
And
understanding now what it means to go on an artist date. Before I was just going because I like going out by myself. I'm in New York, I walk everywhere, but
mm-hmm.
now it's like we're by ourselves. It's good.
Like
I
intentional. It's more
Yes.
intentional and focused.
And I'm discovering how dope I freaking am. I am so much
Okay,
fun.
that was my question for you. And how do you like yourself?
Oh my God, I'm so amazing. But it hasn't been an easy journey. It's not something I discovered now. I think I've
Okay.
known, and now because it clicked. Because understand, like I can tell you this and you're hearing this, and like, oh, it looks like overnight. She understood everything.
Mhm.
No.
4 years, you said.
4 years reading the book and about 10 years doing personal development and a lot of emotional intelligence work and therapy and things. That is fine. Like I feel like it's taken me a while, but there's no such deadline for anybody. You take your time, and we're here for a while. Just be intentional about the way you live your life. But for me, uh, I'm giving myself grace around how long it's taken me to
Mm.
get there. But I feel 10 years is on track for somebody who was 31 when they started and is now 41. I think we're good. And my 30s was my best decade ever because of all the awesome work I was doing. But
Mm.
now I love that I'm finally seeing. I feel like I'm like, I could touch it.
Oh, it's
I
more
trust
tangible.
me. Yeah. I feel like it's here. Like it finally made it. Like, oh, I'm giving myself permission now to do the thing.
Hmm.
And it's weird. It's so weird,
It's
but it's
weird.
so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense right now.
It makes sense. I like that you said that you see how dope you are.
I am so dope. I mean,
You're gonna,
it's
you reach the point when somebody compliments you, you just go like, thank you.
thank
I
you.
agree with
I
you.
agree. I literally be like, agreed. With my sass from New York, agreed. Super
Yeah.
dope. But because to me, it's like my question so I could get there was, and it was recent too. So many questions popped up. It's like, why is it that my friends see me this way and I don't?
Hmm.
And I released so many tears too. I just been crying a lot this past couple of weeks because
Oh,
it's like, no, they're beautiful tears.
okay.
It's like a release. I feel like I'm just allowing myself to feel the love that I'm so blessed. Like in so many, I've had so many different experiences that they could feel like the end of the world or whatever, and it's hard and I hate it and it sucks. But at the end of the day, when I look at it, it's been a gift.
And you're proud of yourself. Those
I
tears come from like that mama smile. Like I'm proud
yeah,
of my
I'm
I went through this.
I went through this. I was some stuff still don't know about the proud part, but we're working on it. The being proud of ourselves, because some things the ego still exists and you do stupid shit, but just the giving myself grace when I do
Yes.
and shifting that and
Yeah.
seeing what works and what doesn't work. And I'm still human. I make mistakes every day, and that's normal. Like make all
You're
the
st-
freaking mistakes in the world that you can, please. Otherwise, you won't learn shit. Um,
I like that part where you continuously say you're in the journey 4 years, 12 weeks, 10 years, because
10
people
years.
think, hey, no, I'm changed. I have this growth mindset. And the people that are truly actually successful, they see themselves as, I still have yet to go. Like, I'm
I'm
not there
done.
yet.
Mm-mm.
And you're just embracing the journey. You're realizing you made mistakes, but you're continuously growing.
And hoping
And
to be better the next day for me, basically, is
yeah,
where I'm
choose
at.
to do better
Yeah,
every
choose to do.
day.
It's like a. This is guys. This is. I'm talking to you. I'm here like talking to your audience, and we don't know. This is our conversation. Uh it's like a marriage. Your life with yourself is like you get to choose you every day. You get to choose you. You get
Yeah.
to choose your experiences. Be in the now when you know you're making a mistake or choosing something that may not be in alignment. Be there. Don't do it blind. Be there.
Yes, I love that.
Be there in everything you decide to do.
Yeah, embrace
Just
it.
embrace it. Fuck it. Just do
Embrace it,
it.
accept it, and stay
Yep.
curious.
Don't act
That's my
like you
motto.
didn't know. Yeah, don't act like you didn't know. Don't, because then that's when the finger pointing comes. And this person made me do it, or this situation made me do it, or this. No, you did it. You could always choose something else.
Acknowledging your mistake.
Just acknowledge it, man. Do better next time, man. Like
Yes.
if this didn't work today, what makes you think it's gonna work tomorrow? Like choose something else. See if that works. If that doesn't work, try something else. Life is about what I'm learning is about trying all the things. Try all the freaking ice cream flavors. All of them. All of the freaking flavors.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh my god. um damn, like I like anything with chocolate in it. And it has to be like fudgy,
Mm,
not chocolate chip. That I cannot feel like
mm,
I'm biting through things in ice cream. Ice cream and I need to blend in together. Um, I'm blessed, man. I've been it's been a journey. I've been very resentful and all the things, and I discovered that is because I don't do whatever I want.
that's it.
I'm always
You're
doing,
resentful because you're doing something for someone else.
but they're not even asking me. Is the
That's
funny part. None of them are asking. Every time I go back to people that I've had something with, and I'm clearing with them, like just having the hard conversations, or just going back, like this is, or apologizing for something, or whatever the conversation is. The first thing that they say is that, but I never asked you to do that. Never asked you to do that. You got to do what
and
makes
they,
you happy.
oh my God, you wasted 2, 3 years on this?
Of this anger with this person that had no clue I was angry or that we were not talking, and we just wasted 3 years of not speaking because I felt resentful or I felt ashamed or
And you
selfish.
did it because you wanted to do it. They didn't ask you.
They didn't ask me to. Even if they don't stop me, that's still my choice. It's not their responsibility to stop me.
Yeah, that's why I said earlier, you train those people
You
by
train them.
giving, 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 and they become takers. But sometimes takers become takers because of the givers are overpouring.
Yes, that. And then you become resentful and you burst out. Well, for me, I became resentful, and my way to burn bridges was to lash out
Mm.
and create some chaos and havoc, and I hate everything, and you all suck, and nobody loves me, and you guys don't hear me, see me, nothing. I'm always doing, doing, doing. You guys don't care about me. Like who created that experience?
Yeah,
Because if
I'm happy for you that you identify that.
it took me a minute, it took me almost losing all my friends one time for that to happen. Because I that was my last lash out. It was like and when and then that's when I was telling you earlier, you need you a friend that is that you can vent to, but that's gonna call you out on your bullshit.
Yes.
And this friend, I called to apologize after, And she very calmly told me she does not, she is, I am never to talk to her that way again. She didn't do
Mm,
anything to me. I get to speak if I have something to say, something like that. I'm not remembering, it's a long time ago. But she's like, it doesn't support me to express myself like that when all along I could have just said what I was feeling. No, you know, I'm.
yes.
It was it was beautiful what she said. I just can't freaking remember exactly how she said it, but just don't. I don't deserve to be talked to like that, and neither do you. And I don't. If we're gonna be friends, I don't want that to happen ever again. I never had anybody tell me care so much about me to tell me this didn't feel good.
That just
Can you
shows that
do better?
she values the relationship you're gonna have in
See,
the future, and she was
see,
able to see that, right? Like people
yes.
that don't
Oh,
say that to you is because they might say, okay, this is it and bye. But she wants more of you in the future, so she's letting you know,
mm,
be a better person.
be a better person.
And
And I did. I never. I received it immediately. I thought that was such a beautiful moment. And all my friends are great. She was the one with the balls to tell me in my face. That's all.
yeah,
Um, and we're still really good friends today. And that was like, I want to say almost 10 years ago.
that's awesome.
I'm telling you, 10 years. It's like, it's been like, since then I switched, plow. But there's always one, this like I had, there's always a person that you care about the most, like, or you care about a lot about. When I care hard and I forget
Mm.
about me. And so,
But that person reminded you, like, I don't deserve you talking to me like this, and you don't deserve to talk like that either,
right. Or
right?
lash
So
out like that.
she sees you too.
She's every time. She always does. She's like, mi ñañita linda.
You know what?
My Ecuadorian bestie.
It's always we need that. We need that.
Yeah, it's important to have those friends.
We
And
need those friends.
my friends are, I'm so blessed. Like, things that I get to acknowledge every day is the kind of friendships that I've built. Even in my own, we're like our worst critic.
Yes.
And it's really important to sit down and acknowledge the things that you accomplish. And that's what I've been able to do lately. Sit down and see, like, the friendships that I've had. Meeting you, for instance, like connecting with you, like, this is how I create connection. People who
Yes.
I click with, people who are in the journey with me, who are also experiencing their experience and they're vulnerable to share it. And we learn together and we grow
Mm,
together and we respect each other. That's my circle every time. I can tell you, it's very rare that it's like a bad apple, and there's no such thing. Maybe that's what it is also, that I see everybody in their journey. And so you're not a bad apple. You're going through your experience. And if it's not in alignment, we part ways because I need to keep going. But I'm here if you need me kind of energy.
yeah.
I'm not perfect. I'm sure that I'm somebody's bad apple. but I love my journey that I'm on right now. It's
Mm.
scary as hell because I've never listened to me before.
You're gonna learn to trust yourself.
And that's where I want to get to, that
You're
part.
gonna learn to not only trust, but to realize how beautiful and valuable your voice is.
That, dude, that right there, that's the part that maybe that's
And
why this conversation is hard, because as much as I'm having it inside my head, when you're voicing it out, you still feel like, but is it right? Like, am
yeah,
I allowed to? But
yeah, you need to accept that you have value in what you're
mm-hmm,
saying. You have worthiness within you to take up space and to
mm-hmm,
talk assertively, firmly, emotionally. No matter how you do, you deserve to be heard, and you deserve to give permission to say it.
mm-hmm.
Right? Not other people's. Yeah, they need to listen to you, but you need to know. I can say this. It's okay. I can choose. It's okay. I can go. It's okay.
Yeah,
Right?
that part. I can have this ice cream. It's okay. um,
Thank you.
thank
Thanks
you.
for sharing.
Thank you for having this conversation. Yeah, it's
Mm.
it's a good it's a really fun journey right now to
I am
experience my own voice.
I'm happy to witness you.
I'm happy
And
you get to witness it, and maybe we I can sprinkle some awesomeness on you too.
yeah, I'm witnessing it and I'm learning it. And trust me, I think I'm in the same path with you.
You are. We are. I learned a lot
Yeah.
before our call started from
Yeah.
you. You came exactly when I needed you to.
Oh. So I need to go take my daughter to the dentist. She got
Yes.
her braces off.
That's the best day ever. I
I'm
have
gonna take her.
braces.
Yeah, she
It's
got
the
her
best day.
braces off and she needs to go get retainers. So I'm
Oh,
supposed to drive her, and she's like texting me saying, "Are we leaving yet?"
so go,
So
go, go.
I'm gonna go. Thank you for trusting me with your story.
I hope it was awesome because I feel like you know,
You did
said,
awesome. You always
yeah,
do.
I was rambling on and on about things.
I always love our conversations.
Me too.